Thank you very much. I'm so happy they didn't cut to us, 30 seconds ago. Cause
Duncan had me dying.
yeah, that's not bad at all, is it?
I called it as soon as I saw him walk into the green room this morning with that water bottle of G Fuel.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that looks like a very blue substance in that water bottle.
It wasn't even like
you're gonna be wrecking somebody on the desk today.
It was like G Fuel paste, wasn't it? There was hardly any water in it.
It was a little bit thicker than normal.
Sugar just does something to him, doesn't it? Like you just can't,
It was the old E-League legend when Duncan was on like the sugar train a little bit early in the day. Someone was getting destroyed. It was usually me.
It did, yeah. That did happen a lot. Good old green room. But ultimately this should be an interesting game. Who do you had Virtus.pro and you were right in the first map. Do you see them winning it in 2?
I'm giving them in 2, baby. I'm giving them a 2-mapper. I've no logical reason, as I mentioned at the beginning of the day. I have nothing to back this up.
Yeah, just the feeling.
I'm just gonna put my heart out there and hope they don't break it. As usual in life, you just kind of gotta hope somebody takes care of your heart. VP at the moment is doing that quite well. I think part of it too is to give some actual analysis onto it. I think both these teams are actually pretty evenly matched. I think kind of the big difference that it feels like to me is Mir being so new to Gambit versus Mihu actually having plenty of time in this team to kind of get comfortable and start understanding what they want him to do exactly.
True.
I think if you look at Mir the way he played when he was on, with Vegas Squadron before this, he was a badass. And I think he was kind of subdued as he still kind of tries to carve out his role and figure out exactly how to play.
Yeah, not an easy task to solve in the middle of a tournament. I'll give you that. Bit of utility on the Virtus.pro side. Adren, the early point of contact over at the B side, is going to be falling back fairly swiftly, which makes a lot of sense. Does not want to stick around for a fight. Why would he? Just wanted to spot out who was coming.
Not a whole lot of damage exchange either for just walking around that corner. It's just Mihu at 86, and it's Adren at 82. Sometimes you see the USP able to grab that headshot pretty quickly, but yeah, forced away, and obviously that brings Doja back. So there were 4 players outside. Look at Pasha on the lurk as well towards Ivy. VP has thrown a smoke out there, but it's all a fake, and it has pulled Doja away, but Adren is going to shut that down real quick. Talk about finger licking good. 3 quick headshots for the Gambit side, and they're in firm control of this match.
Yeah, that's a beautiful way to get started, isn't it? And Neo, a bomb plant would surely be nice, but he'd have to win a lot of fights to even get close to doing that.
0% chance, Anders.
0% chance, Moses. Well, you're right.
Yeah. That actually did worry me a little bit as soon as I said it.
That's what your life has become now.
I have a really bad record of those things.
Yeah, but you can't let it control your life, Moses. You gotta.
Well, I obviously don't. I do the classic esports, the double down.
The double down. Yeah. Those always work out, I've heard.
Yeah.
So, C-sets picked up. I don't know. C-sets on the T side of train. Why not deagles? Are you really going to get close enough with the C-set to work?
It's the utility, right? They're hoping that the 2 smokes, concordance people off the flashbangs will give them an opportunity, and obviously coming towards Ivy, although Hobbit's going to go right at him as well. Their turn for a flashbang that's not coming out. Hobbit's got to be careful how he plays. If he doesn't back off quickly, as he does under the cover of that grenade, and a follow-up as well. It's quite nice, but now he swings out right into the open. That's a mistake. And Virtus.pro, they don't have to push the envelope on this, really. They still have a lot of utility that they haven't even used. They kind of get that kill for free, and they're happy to take it. And now you have 1 minute and 20 seconds with a 5-on-4. Still have to make something work. Still have to make some progress elsewhere. But tough part for VP is they haven't had any control towards the inner bomb site. So if they do choose to go back here, you can see Doja starting to push the envelope, starting to get this information. Early warning system as well, even if he does go down. But it could take time to clear this out safely. There's Doja. Awkward situation. Nice trade from Snacks.
Yeah, I mean, when you're that far up undetected, you kind of want more than just a 1 trade. But I guess he could have actually just died outright because they would actually run past him. So that would have been very bad indeed.
Problem is it just pulls this defense. You can see Gambit keeps trying to get some player in towards this B bomb site and out towards A. And look at Snacks. He's going to take the opportunity. This is a big-time play.
Yeah, this is some classic Snack stuff, isn't it? Walking all the way past a couple of more seconds, and he's going to have no problem. Oh, he walks forward just at the wrong time for Snack's point of view. He'll be walking up behind on the ladder, and finally he's going to have his kill. Took a little while, but that's huge. Now the B bomb site's open, and Mir and Adren trying to see if they can maybe turn this absolute disaster around in their favor.
Oh, man, Not sure why Snacks gave up the angle. Either way, Pasha's the next flank up, and he's actually slowed things down. He's got to be careful his teammates don't go down too quickly. Nice kill from Bialy, but now he's just got to survive. He needs to buy time. Pasha's still walking. He needs to get a move on. He needs to get into this bomb site. It's not planted. Well, actually, excuse me, it is planted for him, and he's not giving up the game either. Bialy does go down, but Pasha finishes it off right at the end. Comes in a timely fashion, but nice play from Snacks, and that, Anders, is why you get CZs on T side of Train and not Deagles.
Yeah? Is that...
Just thought I'd really hype that one up for you in the morning.
I appreciate it. That worked out brilliantly. I mean, the CCs did do a lot of work, and you know, something that we don't always see out of Virtus.pro, but that there was a lot of thought going into that round. Like they get the one mistake from Hobbit, and then they actually convert that into a brilliant round. Like I think that was really good decision making on their part. Yeah,
really nice. The rotation back towards B and being cognizant of the possibility of a push. You can see this Virtus.pro is much more zoned in and focused on this game than perhaps they were against Wind and Fire. I can't. Snacks with the Max 10 on armored opponents on the other side of the wall.
Isn't it Wind and Rain?
Whatever. No, I think it is Wind and Fire. I think that was the joke they made on the desk, because the UK is windy and rainy, not windy and on fire.
I don't know.
You're getting reality mixed up, Anders, once again.
And I'm not even sure what reality is anymore. Mo does go down. A bit of a chaotic fight going on inside of the smoke in T main. But it works out brilliantly for Virtus.pro, losing absolutely nobody. 3 of the kills with the SMGs as well. You want that for the extra bonus money. And Gambit are going to be able to buy in this round, though. It won't be a very good buy at all. It'll be a little bit strange buy, I think.
It is a very strange buy. Oh, they've got that shotgun as well. Everyone's getting on the Oscar train. Oscar was really the first person I saw, probably since Hiko, like making the shotgun work in some fashion.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore JW together.
That's a good point. Yeah. Sorry, JW. I did forget about you. I apologize.
He's not gonna be happy at all.
No, he's not, is he?
Well, it's gonna get tested. So far in this series, the success rate is 100% for the shotgun. So I've got no doubt that it's gonna work out for Gambit. And if it does, I will...
You will rub that in forever.
Yeah, I'll be quite pleased with myself, in fact.
Well, we do have Mihu dropping out of the server. There was plenty of technical issues on that first map, and obviously not entirely fixed heading into Train.
We had none yesterday. I mean, almost none. So
till the last map.
Till the last map. So I'm not sure why they're popping up today, but hopefully they can all be sorted out. A little bit of an exchange of weaponry as they are making their way towards the B-bomb side, where Doja is going to be holding long distance with the M4. And against the AK-47, I mean, they're going to be throwing in a lot of grenades. If you can get even one kill before the retake starts, that'd be great.
It's the flashbangs that are going to throw him off, right? Those are the ones that you can't really dodge, and as kind of the only defender inside, he's just kind of gotten to get into a better position to make sure that Virtus.pro can't push down the lanes, and Pasha's going to lead the way up sidewalk. There's the jump onto upper ramp, and Pasha might just go through this. He thinks he's got the timing, and he does, but he doesn't win the fight. 3 on 4. Doja still doing work from up top. Neo not wanting to come through that smoke, and Bialy not able to connect anything. And this has turned into a disaster. Bialy's going to try and get this plant down. Adren's going to pick up the pace. He's going to wrap around, find that kill, transfer over onto Neo. Well done for Gambit to even things up at 2-2.
The shotguns have done it again, Moses.
Oh, bloody hell. Timeout here. 4 players in the server. While this happens, because we have been kind of digging deep into our prepared content for the fill segments, I have a little bit of a horror story for you. I think you might appreciate this.
Go on.
So we got back late last night. Show ended around 11:30. Got back around like midnight. You know, brush your teeth, take the makeup off, and all that good stuff.
That's all men do.
Yeah, as all us gentlemen do when we get back. And right around 1 a.m. when I'm trying to go to sleep and picking my TV show that I want to watch, I have 2 laptops, right? I have like a casual travel one. I have my gaming one as well, which is set up at the desk in the room. And I hear all of a sudden it's closed, so it's not on. And I hear the whirring. I hear like the fans start to prevent the overheating, and I'm just like, what the hell is happening? Like, why did that just turn on randomly? Like, it wasn't on when I got back to the room, so I'm not really too freaked out. But I'm just like, all right, I can't sleep with that going. Like, it's a little bit loud. It's a gaming laptop, so I go over to it to like lift up the Lift up open it up and see what's going on the screen, and I open it up, and lo and behold, it's the Windows 10 update.
Oh.
It's 73% complete. Just started on its own when the laptop was shut off.
I wouldn't be able to sleep all night if that happened to me.
That was real creepy.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, I think that the update works with your particular laptop, so I think you'll be all right.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
What was so it doesn't work with certain machines?
Apparently it has there's a problem with certain Intel SSDs and that Windows update, which means that you just won't have access to your own SSD, but only some
which
of the
is relatively important. It feels
it's really, really odd. Like it gives you the weirdest errors. It basically did the blue screen like with a random error once every 20 minutes, no matter what you did. So
yeah,
it was all around a really good time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I actually I went to the gym yesterday at 1 a.m. instead. So
that's a pretty nice horror story as well.
Yeah, it's a good horror story, isn't it? But I've come to the realization that if I take more than 3 days off my gym schedule, then it becomes like a 2-month break. Immediately I just have absolutely no self-control.
Yeah.
Immediately I just think of does it really matter anyway? So, it doesn't matter. I'll just do it next week or something.
Yeah, and next week never really materializes.
So I've realized that's the key. Just never
take 3 days in a row off.
Just never.
That's your magic.
Yeah. So that's the current idea. And here's I'm going to have to call on Vendetta. Vendetta was like, yeah, Anders, just hit me up on WhatsApp when you get back home. We'll go to the gym together. It'll be great.
You're throwing a real big bus at him right now.
Yeah. So he was like, yeah, just hit me up. It'll be great. We'll do it together. It'll be good motivation,
Yeah.
And I messaged him and said, hey, I'm going to the gym now. Let's go. And he was like, I'm already in bed. It's the classic, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. That's funny because every time I message Vendetta to go to the bar, he's always ready to go. Priorities.
Strange how that works, isn't it?
It is interesting.
We should get someone to throw some research into that. What if they put a bar in the gym? Has anyone ever thought about doing that?
I don't think that's a great idea.
You could do your gym stuff, then shower and then walk right into the bar.
You just have drunk people on treadmills, don't you?
Yeah, maybe you had to do it in a certain order. Like maybe you go in one end and you go into the gym first, and you can only get to the bar once you've been in the gym.
Oh, okay. I see. So you have to hit your mark to be allowed to enter the gym.
Maybe you build up a certain amount of points. Like every 10 minutes on the treadmill, you get 100 points, and you need 500 to be.
So it's like the Jenny Craig Weight Watchers, except for boozing.
Yeah, I think this is a solid plan.
That is a really good plan. This is where we take this to the venture capitalists. We get the VC investment.
I think it's the kind of thing that modern Western society needs to make up for the fact that we've got too much money and don't know what to do with it. So, yeah, I think that's a.
Speak for yourself, Anders. Jesus.
Not me. I'm just trying to keep up with my my mortgage, and you have a kid and everything. They cost money.
They do that.
They do.
I feel like in Denmark they don't. I feel like don't you guys get paid to go to school there?
We do. Well, at least college. But yeah, I guess that's the expensive part of school. So yes. True.
So yes, we do.
As a result of people just do it for years at a time with no real purpose and goal and just
collect the paycheck.
Yeah, I did that even for a while, and I'm not sure it was really helpful. I think
and you're still a drain on society to this day.
That's very true indeed.
Yeah. Impressive.
Frequent user of the. I think I've had in the last 5 or 10 years I've had 7 or 8 different MRIs at different times. I think each of them cost 10 grand or something. So.
Yeah, no, we know that. We know that danger over in the States. MRIs are not a cheap operation. Not a cheap little thing to get.
No, definitely not. And have you ever had a now that we've gone short anyway. Listen, we're still waiting, guys.
There's a lot of headphones off. Neo even took his glasses off earlier. That's where I draw a line. Yeah,
that's really real bad. Have you ever had a spinal tap?
I've never had a spinal tap.
That is something you don't want to have.
Okay.
It's not fun at all.
Is that where they take the
they take a needle
spinal fluid and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
They poke a needle into
that's where they tell you to get the fetal position and everything. I've seen it done on House many times.
Exactly.
So I think I know.
So the
actors portrayed the pain accurately, I feel.
Well, so the thing is, because I've rewatched House. Maybe this is going to sound very sad, but I've rewatched House maybe 9 or 10 times at this point, from beginning to end.
Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Finish your story.
But I always thought they just make it look so casual. Like, oh, just get a spinal tap, right? Cool, just do that, fine. So when I got it, I thought this is not going to be a big problem. I wasn't nervous at all. It's like this is. I've seen this 100 times.
I've seen it on TV.
Yeah, it's fine. It's probably the same in real life, isn't it? So, and it's such an odd feeling because they say like you can't feel anything, and you definitely can. So
you definitely. Well, the problem with House, right, is they always put like some like 6-year-old getting like the spinal tap and like toughing it up and being like the really courageous character.
Yeah.
So when you see a 6-year-old doing that,
it wasn't. I got it done twice because they failed to do it the first time.
Okay, let's go back. Whoa, they failed.
Yeah.
So they were just like, you went through all that pain, and they're like, we didn't get it.
Yep. They tried for like a good 2 or 3 minutes, and they tried like a couple of times. So they had.
It's when they've given it to the intern, like doing their first spinal tap or
something like that. Yeah. And then eventually they were like, well, it's just we're gonna have to try again tomorrow.
Yeah. That's good. That's cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Back to you watching House 10 times.
Yeah, go on.
Listen, I love that show.
Yeah.
Great character. Really enjoyed it. It really dropped off.
Oh, towards the end?
Yeah, did you go all the way to the end?
Yeah. So here's the problem, right?
It really got bad.
Yeah, I mean, here's the real problem for me.
As all TV shows do eventually.
They do tend to do that. I think the problem is that from episode like 5 and on, it does get very dark.
Season 5?
Yeah, season 5. Yeah.
Okay.
It does get very dark. Like you get to the point where it actually becomes a little bit depressing watching the show. Like,
yeah, there was some of that, right? It focuses more on his addiction and everything like that.
It gets worse,
Yeah.
for everybody involved. Like it's not like anyone's really winning at any point, so it does get like a little bit rough.
Yeah, see, I just didn't. They stopped like focusing on like actual like cases, right? You know how like the first like 3 seasons he's got a case, right? And the drama is like surrounding the case. Well, then towards the end of it, it's like the case surrounds the drama.
Well, I've always been super interested in med. I actually thought once I thought I should go to med school. I mean, thank God for everybody that I didn't.
God, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, but I always thought it was super interesting. So now what happens instead is I've become one of those intolerable people that will, whenever there's something wrong with me, I go to the doctor. I like sort of pretending, that I know like a little bit of like medical stuff.
Oh, so you're the dickhead who comes in with like the WebMD research and everything like that.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I have a friend who's a doctor who hates those people.
It must be the worst thing in the world, obviously.
Right.
Like
you just went through 8 years of med school, or like 4 years of college, 4 years of
I Googled this stuff.
Yeah. I spent 2 hours on Google yesterday.
I have a real. Can we do this? We might have time. They did put the headsets on. Do we have time?
You're good. Just get into it. Stop questioning.
All right. So I did. You know how you shouldn't Google your symptoms because whatever is wrong with you,
it's always
going to come back
cancer on there somewhere.
Right? Yeah. But what I did is I Googled because I had what's called optic neuritis, and it turns out 50% of the time that's a symptom that you have MS.
I remember that actually. I remember that little 2-week period we had where you were like, yeah, I won't find out for 2 weeks, but I could have MS.
My optician didn't say anything because he obviously knew, so he's like, I'm not going to freak him out. So he just said, you should probably go visit a hospital. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So then when I Googled it, I was like, oh.
Called back and wait, doc, I feel like you forgot something.
Yeah, it's like, something important. This is relevant information, isn't it?
Well, listen, I saw while we're on the subject of TV shows, before you get live again, I love the West Wing. And
I need to watch that.
The president has MS in that.
Right. I've watched a bunch of clips from it, and every time I watch one, I think I should really watch this.
It's a really cool show. I like it a lot.
Then I don't do it, but yeah,
you should do it.
I'll get on that.
Maybe instead of watching House for the 11th time, you could watch West Wing for the first time.
Yeah, it's either that or sometimes I go back and I rewatch The Wire. I've rewatched that.
I still haven't
more
seen that
times
yet,
than
and
you.
I know I catch a lot of flack for that.
Yeah, that's a huge mistake.
With the amount of travel I do, I feel like I should be able to knock it out on the laptop.
So good.
Yeah, I'll get to it eventually. Certainly one of these years. Time's running down. 2-2. We're tied up. Yeah, we are. We're back. Glasses are on. Headsets are on. High fives all around. Here we go. 5 AK-47s for Virtus.pro. Plenty of rifles as well for Gambit. No ops out yet on either one of these teams. They've kind of had this jockeying for position early on in the early stages of this map. But plenty of utility on both teams. Actually, it looks straight off like Virtus.pro. They're going to head towards the inner bomb site. 4 players going to be here. Doja to anchor. And Mir has rotated over towards High Train.
See if Doja can hold on. This is going to be right in his face. Grenade out. This is going to force them in. He knows they're coming. Oh, and that's a great lineup. They stand right on top of each other. Bialy will take him in return. Double kill for him. In fact, taking down Mir next. Not a bad return for Bialy. I mean, they had to do something at that point. The bomb has been planted. Deep flashbang. That's actually almost signaling the fact that Neo was going to peek that. He still gets 2 kills behind it. Unbelievable turnaround now. Hobbit going to be coming in from behind, and they already know it. Bialy is absolutely on point this round. That's a beautiful round from Bialy and Neo.
I mean, great from Neo. You're exactly right. That flashbang came in, and Gambit knew exactly what was coming and still couldn't stop it whatsoever. I think for Virtus.pro, though, someone's got to get yelled at. even though they win this round, I don't know if it was Snacks or Bialy, but they're walking down the ramp. They want to explode, and someone, before they're ready to actually swing out, jumps and just like makes the footstep noises and kind of signifies to Doja that it's coming. He throws the Molotov down, and that could have gone much more horribly.
It's one of those moments like if you're trying to sort of sneak out at night in your parents' house and everything is really loud, like
and that one little stair creaks.
Everything like the doors, the stair, everything is really noisy because you're trying to be silent. Maybe the same thing.
Yeah, but then eventually you learn which ones creak and which ones don't, so you know how to avoid all that.
All right. And your parents don't throw Molotovs at you generally if you make noise. I hope not.
You would hope not. I like this. We just had a pause. It was a tactical pause. It wasn't any of the technical issues after that really extended technical delay. VP calls it, and Gambit expresses some frustration with all the pauses that have been coming out. So I think if I'm Virtus.pro, I just use all 4 of my pauses right now. Just round after round after round.
Absolutely, I would too. USP versus AK-47 doesn't usually work out in favor of the pistol, even when you have a couple of them all lined up. So attempt at something there for Gambit, not really working out. And Virtus.pro are loving life at the moment. 4-2 in their favor. They've got the money started to build up a little bit, and Gambit can at least invest into the AWP. That's good news.
Yes, they can. They need something. Remember, they had a very slow start on their CT side of Mirage as well before they could get that double op out. They went down 5-0. Had an extended tech pause in that one, and that's when Gambit kind of started getting back into things, but still didn't end to be a great half, and that could happen again here. 5 AKs still on the board for Virtus.pro. They can be fast, they can be aggressive, and Hobbit's going to push down Ivy. Gets about halfway there, decides to run back, and Mo's there for the cover with the op. It's Bialy and Pasha, and they have to know the op is a possibility at this juncture. Flashbang out, the timing is perfect. Really well done from Mo, and though there is a flashbang that's thrown right into his body, but no worries.
Yeah, that's the kind of trade they want really early on. Oh, he's obviously not happy, is he?
No.
Who would be at that point in time? Just poor Pasha.
Yeah, got to be a little frustrating. Going to go back towards that inner bomb site. They've had success here. Doja and Mir to defend. This time there's a smoke. Mihu, he doesn't spot that out. It's right on the screen. He doesn't see it. Thankfully, he hasn't taken any damage. Some missed shots from Mir, a missed opportunity. But the game is up. I think Virtus.pro has to pause and let Bialy do something towards the outer bomb site. Try and act like this is a fake.
Yeah, and they don't... Sort of, Mihu thought maybe he could sneak his way in. There was a cool smoke that round, though, from Virtus.pro being thrown from the other side of the map and then landing on the inside of B.
They've done that a couple times in this half, so I think it seems like it's going to be kind of a big staple of their T side.
I really like that. There are actually quite a few ways that people can play around with the skyboxes on this map that haven't been tried so much yet.
Here we go.
Yeah. Right around where Doja is now.
Okay, what are we talking about? No, we got some time. They're saving the weapons.
There's some ceiling windows up there that you can throw grenades into the A-bomb site.
That's pretty cool.
So
don't you... Wait, ceiling windows.
A little bit further down the stair. Not those. Not the ones that people throw. Those grenades. Okay. Those windows right there.
What kind of cool smokes? Oh, so you're saying you can like throw smokes toward the outer bomb site and then hit the inner one really quickly.
Yeah, you'll be right outside B.
I gotcha.
So I actually know all of them by now, but I just didn't make the video yet.
Listen, no one's gonna watch it anyways. You've made enough videos about the overpass spam, and that hasn't caught on. So
yes,
you've done your best. Pasha's got the op now. Pretty dominant round for Gambit right off the back of getting an AWP in Mo's hands. And VP lining up to execute this outer bomb site. All 4 players ready to go. They have their smokes lined up. This is dangerous because there's plenty of utility on the Gambit side. They're going to start using their Molotovs right now. You can see them in the choke points. Mo's going to get some space. Smoke extinguishes it. Now they've got to fall away. The cover of that smoke allows VP to get out, but the flashbangs all slow them down, and it's a Dren and Mir. And Virtus.pro have gained nothing from all of that. They have no access. They have not even been able to push forward a single inch.
Gambit successfully playing in front of the smokes that were coming down in that A yard, so They didn't really care about it all that much. Pasha going to get one in return for now, but it is still a 2-on-4. Neo and Pasha doing damage right now would still be great. Neo, oh, that maybe should have been a kill. Looked like he had the right idea. Mo Swift with the AWP. Pasha turning around exactly at the wrong time.
More frustration for Pasha.
Yeah.
That's the danger if you're Virtus.pro of just kind of, or really not just VP, but any T-side running and execute like that when Gambit has built up that kind of money. That's what can make Train such a tough map to get by, is if you're just going to straight up throw 4 smokes and flashbangs over from T-spawn, 1 or 2 Molotovs is really going to ruin your day. And without any success in those entries due to flashbangs, Virtus.pro just gets shut down, and it's a very disjointed, ugly-looking round. All tied up at 4-4. Heavy investment from VP once again, fully purchased into this round. Except for Mihu at 1,400, and it's back to the inner bomb site we go, but Doja and Mir have been pretty solid here, all things considered.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. Let's see if they can continue on that form. Doja, that's playing a dangerous game. Almost with the grenade out, he could have got run down. That's a good idea from Mihu to at least try it. I mean, you understand Doja obviously doesn't want to throw that grenade early, but holding on to it for too long is also bad. There's some sort of middle path there that's good to be taking.
Now, even though Virtus.pro has taken a decent amount of chip damage from the counter nades, what they have done, and you can see Pasha and Neo, I think they're just kind of superficially clearing out, trying to make some noise back towards the flank so no one can kind of push around them. I think they're going to end up coming back towards the inner bomb site. Because what VP is saying at the moment is that so much nades from Doja and Mir have been used. You can see nothing on Doja. Mir only has the 1 flashbang because they used the Molotovs and the nades and the smokes to slow things down to prevent that hit from coming out initially. So Pasha's going to get in a position with a CZ, a small fake to be thrown, just a little bit of a minuscule amount of pressure being thrown. But it's going to be the inner bomb site that's still the end game for Virtus.pro.
Pasha wants to make his way through. That would have been a great kill if he could have got it, but Hobbit will take it instead. And now towards that inner side, all the distraction is gone. There's only 25 seconds as they make their way down. He actually managed to cap the jump there. Mihu somehow avoiding the spray. That looked like a really cool jump. And now Mo's going to be going down to Snacks next. Somehow Virtus.pro have found their way into the site with a man advantage. Good kill for Hobbit, and the follow-up here from Mir. 1 second before Mihu takes him down. That's very important now. 2-on-2.
Oh, Mihu gets out in the open. He's trying to get into some cover, and Neo just wants to play with the Molotov, but he takes that fight too far of range. 4 kills for Hobbit. He's given a couple gifts there at the end. Unnecessary fights from VP before they're in position to really take him at opportune moments. That'll be a 5th, though, to the benefit of Hobbit rotating over. It looked like VP was still going to be able to kind of sustain in that round and still have an advantage, but they've done some damage. 3 kills. The plant is going to help them buy as well as the losing bonus builds up. I don't know if they'll want to risk it entirely, at least be a half buy. Hobbit getting pretty lucky with some of those last bullets, but the rest was great, cautiously, and even that 1 kill he got earlier, that one that he just got on Snacks that we saw peering over the smoke, allowed that second player from Gambit to move up along the wall and find Bialy on the plant. So that was a really nice little exchange.
Very well done. Kind of around that Gambit do kind of need here. I mean, second map, they lost the first. Want to be off to a strong start on that CT side. And they've managed to close down the Virtus.pro economy completely. So, as a result, VP have just managed to go for sort of a pistol armor investment to see if they could maybe make it work. I'm not too confident in this kind of round, but we'll see.
They don't need to win it. They just need to get some kills. Obviously, Dren's going to be the big one that they need to find. In ladder room, that's a tough angle. He's going to be smoked off, so Neo's just going to lurk this. He doesn't want to be the aggressor in this kind of scenario. There's Mo outside. Smoke doesn't cover him entirely. The flashbang blinds him, but he still just holds his ground. This is a lot of nerve being shown by Mo. There, finally, the shot is baited out. He's completely blind. Here comes the pinch.
Robert in a little bit of trouble. They are walking up behind him, but Mir is going to be there to help him out. Flashbang not going to touch him, and the counter grenades are so good right now for Gambit. Triple for Hobbit once again. Looking to really get a couple of those kills in. Another quad. That's back-to-back quad kills. That's gonna up your confidence just a tiny bit. Yeah, a little bit of a
pat on the
shoulder
back.
clap coming in there. Yeah, or everyone's happy. Everyone's in a good mood. 6-4 in favor of Gambit. That's it's not what Virtus.pro were looking for, but they can still buy in this round. So all is forgiven.
Oh, but they need to get back to their winning ways. Need to do some work, and obviously that round is designed to do some damage, and it's just not able to. And this becomes the struggle. The counter nades, as you said, have been great for Gambit on the CT side. They've slowed down a lot of these hits, and it's now been 4 in a row. So once again, slow start, but this time Gambit's getting building some momentum earlier than they did on Mirage, which is great to see. This round is going to be live, 6-4. Hobbit again being aggressive down towards the end of Ivy, at least early on until he feels some pressure. Pasha's waiting for the smoke to clear with that AWP, try and get a pick. But remember, Hobbit made that mistake earlier. I don't know if he's going to do it again. I think that was kind of his putting a little bit on notice, as Gambit did win the pistol but lost the second round due to it, partially due to it.
Yeah, over peeking down at Ivy. They're going to try and take control of Team A. It sort of seems like they're at least interested. Adren and Mir playing around there. They're going to fall back eventually. Really heavy on the A defense right now, which might be very useful in a couple of seconds here.
That's going to allow Virtus.pro to get out with the cover of that smoke. Taking a lot of damage, though. A lot of nade damage. There's Mo looking exactly for that kind of a play. That is not exactly the most clever of strategies to try and get a pick, because Gambit obviously knows that they're out of Ivy. And that's the one angle that can actually be spotted as long as that smoke is up. Hoppit's going to turn from another flash. They're going to try and chase him down. There's the kill. They need to find Mo. He's been great at the bomb site. Mihu, 2 kills for him. Going to push forward, and he finally does go down. Bomb trying to make progress, and meanwhile, Snacks and Neo are out shooting away at the little feet, and he's going to get it eventually, but Adren now pounces.
Yeah, Adren, sort of the insurance policy back there. Obviously very important. 15 seconds as Neo is going to get the bomb plant down. Now would be a great time for him to really come up big, but he's just going to get caught. The Molotov meant he could, I mean, even if he got the kill on Doja, he would have been still kind of funneled into that position in a really awkward way. So good win. They lose 3 players, Gambit, but still they managed to pick it up. And Virtus.pro, they're going to be a little bit frustrated now, I think. Losing quite a few rounds in a row. What, 5 in a row now?
Yeah, and despite the fact they've had some rounds where they get it, where they kind of clip them down to just 2 players alive, just these rounds where they've got plants, round 9 and round 11 that we just saw, there's plenty of money built up on Gambit. I mean, after this bye, they've got 4 players that are sitting over $5,000, so not exactly hurting for cash just yet. If you want to get him into that reset territory, just 1. I mean, that's the benefit of Virtus.pro getting 4 pretty early on. You just get that 1 reset, you need 2 more rounds, and all of a sudden you've got a very, very, very good T-half. See if they can make it work. Back to the inner bomb site we go, it appears, as there's no map control towards Ivy, there's no presence in towards mid. Some smoke's thrown outside, and Adren in ladder room again. They still haven't been able to clear him out in any of these rounds. He's going to have a fast flank if he chooses to, and Doja's got the Molotov down in time. Can't find the second kill, but Mir does help him out, but he gets punished. And now comes Adren, the assassin up the ladder. And a tough scenario for Virtus.pro to win out.
Yeah, both Pasha and Bialy, they're so focused on this C connector right now. Nobody's even worrying about what's happening behind them, and that might be very costly. Can they realize in time? Pasha's going to be going down. Adren's already doing his job. Getting a double kill. Bialy now, he can't actually stop the defuse if it comes through there. Oh! They do manage to get the perfect line in spite of the smoke. That's brilliant from Bialy. Looking for the last kill. He's going to get the headshot. And there's the quad kill clutch. That's such a beautiful round from Bialy. I thought for sure they'd be on him, covering that defuse, but not happening.
Bialy came to play today. We saw him close out Mirage for Virtus.pro with a nice triple kill. This time, a 1 versus 3, 4 kills overall in the round, and Virtus.pro played that perfectly, a 2-on-3. They kind of, I think they realized they had to get aggressive if they want to win that with that flank coming in from Adren. You can't just stay boxed up in the bomb site, so the plant comes out on the side of the train. Pasha unfortunately gets caught. It's not fast enough, but the smoke doesn't plume before Bialy peaks, and that is a really nice timing for him to have the final kill onto Mo as well. Really, really good stuff from VP and Bialy especially. Now they have that. They have that reset within reach, within their grasp. They've won. They finally stopped the momentum at 5 rounds in a row for Gambit. And if they can build upon it, they'll have a great T-half. Just need the 1 round here.
Grenade on Hobbit. Not really going to do too much, but Mihu did go down in the meantime, so that was a bit of an aggressive push from Mo all the way on the other side. Adren wanting to chase Snacks down. He actually jumped through the smoke to try and get that kill. Very aggressive, and he was exactly 1 bullet short. Hobbit will pick it up and even close out the round. Another good double kill for him. And another round for Gambit, 8-5. That's a bad reset for Virtus.pro towards the end of the half here. They're not going to be very pleased about this.
No, it's a very convincing win for Gambit, and that's unfortunate. VP able to win that one, and you could have seen them run the table at the end of this half, just not to be. Gambit's defense has looked very good once they started getting the ops out. You have to say that. And it's going to be basically 2 full buys for Virtus.pro to end this half. As you can see, full investment here, choosing not to double save. They're obviously happy with 5. If they get one of these last 2, it's just kind of like the cherry on top of the sundae.
Now you're talking. Forget about all that gym stuff. Where's that Sunday, Moses?
No more gems. Get some ice cream. Well, Mihu and Neo this time going to come down ladder. Unfortunately, there's 2 players there. Mir's going to back off, so it's just a Dren and ladder him. Oh, Doja. What a scumbag. He's going to get a free kill. Dren's going to get the other one, so it doesn't even really matter, but that's the round over, essentially, for Virtus.pro. This second flank, this second aspect and angle of the fight in the outer yard pretty much ends any ability for those pistols to make progress.
Doja heard about that Sunday too, and he thought, we should close out this. Let's get this map done with right now.
I want the cherry.
Yali going to be trying to get something done at the end of the round. He actually looked very frustrated then. I'm not even sure why. I mean, he was never going to do anything other than maybe 1 kill.
I think T-side is just T-side train is just a very frustrating half of Counter-Strike to play.
Yeah, you need to get zoned in, do a little bit of meditation before.
There's just so many things that can go wrong.
I mean, I think Train was my favorite 1.6 map.
Obviously it was. Train was so good, and 1.6, so much fun. Here, a little bit of a different story. There also wasn't Molotovs in 1.6, so that made life a lot less stressful.
I do still like Train in this version. It's not it wasn't a dig at the current version of Train.
No.
But you're right. You can. I don't even. We've seen this from a bunch of teams, right? I think Mouse Sports is one of those that come to mind. Like they'll play pretty good T-Hop, but suddenly they'll just run out of ideas. They just can't. Like nothing works anymore. Everything's been tried. They can't reinvent whatever they're trying to do. Doja trying again to be a little bit aggressive. He's gonna get punished by Neo, and Mo couldn't refrag that kill, so that would have been otherwise not such a bad scenario.
That final bonus round for Virtus.pro is within reach if they can get up towards 6 somehow. Hobbit's going to be in a lot better. He's played great, but he gets his face taken off here by Bialy. Rifle is salvage coming through the smoke. It's going to be a Dren to shore things up. Virtus.pro didn't necessarily need to press the issue there. There's still just 50 seconds on the clock, but Neo alive, and he's just taking off heads. He's banging people out at the moment, looking like the legend of yore. That didn't work, did it? I went for it.
I love it. Like, can we get some of the Lord of the Rings stuff back? We are going to be on his own in a 1 versus 2, and he is looking a little bit stressed at the moment. Bomb plant should be going down about any second now. He's got a kit and a Molotov, so if he could find 1 kill and get some information about the last player, especially if Neo is trapped down there at Pop Dog, if he could get the kill on Snacks, this is actually winnable right now. Walking in, we're just missing the timing by a second. And I think this is too far gone now. He spent, I think, a little bit too much time sort of, running around. And is he realizing this is the 15th round? Tried his best. Ultimately, Neo going to get the quad kill instead, and it will be 9-6. Good job on Virtus.pro. Have you fully recovered yet?
I really haven't. Not entirely. Yeah, this is a sick round from Neo. I thought this should have been the end round. I thought it was all over from here. Really nice job from Neo. He drops on that ladder, picks up that AWP, and that's the final round. Like 5, you're going to be is acceptable. 5, you can win with, right? 6 you're feeling great.
Mo did miss 3 really critical AWP shots. Like he missed the first one on Neo up at B higher, and then he missed 2 when they were by E-box. So that's a little bit unfortunate. You don't want to see that.
It is from an otherwise solid game from Mo, or half from Mo. Actually, well, he's 7-9, so I said that, but it felt like he had a solid half.
He shouldn't be missing some of those shots, right? Like there should be.
I liked the adjustment though. They put him towards the inside of the bomb site. He played outside a lot, and then they put him up in those box halls, and he got that opening pick a few rounds back.
This is going to be. I mean, your 2-0 prediction could end up being right here. I think if Virtus.pro win the pistol, then they probably get up to like 9-9, and yeah, that.
You need to get on my level, Anders, with this prediction stuff.
Yeah.
Even, you know what I hate is like even Trace and Sean woke up today and saw the predictions and saw the result of that UK match, and they both tried to play the game like, oh, we're so jet lagged, didn't know what we were doing. Lost all their faith in VP.
Yeah.
Still gonna get points for it, but
Yeah, but you don't. You
does
don't
feel a
count it
little
as
bit
real
watered
win.
down, yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Listen, I just don't even know. I think I picked North again today as well, so didn't learn anything at all, did I?
I picked North.
Okay. That makes me feel a little bit more comfortable.
Well, Snacks is taking a fight, and I mean, you want him to bait into Mihu, but he's remaining aggressive. Hobbit's going to take over box halls on his own. Pasha's got to be careful. He's aggressive around the corner. The Glock has the advantage there. Nice fight from Hobbit. It's just Bialy now inside. He's got a CZ at the very least, but he's going to have a lot of players coming at him.
That's Hobbit utilizing actual parkour to get the kill. I love that.
You do love to see that.
Great addition to the game.
It's like Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, just skating up on that wall.
Look at this flank, though, from Mihu. He's getting all the information. Allows Virtus.pro to have 3 players here at the point of contact. This is going to be really tough for Gambit.
Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? How did he get in so deep behind them? He's going to be checking main, but you're right, they're all here. Bialy with a great job there. Snacks and Neo to follow it up. Clean headshots all across the board. And now Doja 1 versus 3. Dino's, there's almost no way to get into this round. He's
I don't
gonna
think he
try
has
and
any
see-
bullets.
Wait, he doesn't?
I don't think so.
That is a problem.
He's got literally 0 bullets. Oh, no, he's got a couple. Where am I seeing this? Okay.
I guess it didn't update the HUD.
I've been fooled.
Otherwise, you're right, though. I mean, they are an essential component.
I mean, obviously, great read. Great play from Mihu to get that information. I think that's a little bit what Cuban kind of attests to in his interview when he says, yeah, there's some mistakes being made, but he's listening and he's doing the right things and he's getting frags. You could see keeping up that kind of aggression, wanting to go find the information. And he allows VP to be in the correct position for Bialy with that CZ to do some real damage.
97, winning the pistol round. No bomb plant being allowed for by Gambit either, so... Oh, Mo, is he going to try and do the MSL flashbang? I don't know if he's the one who came up with it, but we're just gonna pretend for now.
Yeah,
He tried.
First person we saw do it, so that's where we test it.
Yeah, I just always feel like there could be somebody else who saw someone do it earlier, and I just don't know about it.
I mean, it was probably like, I don't know, Steve69 from Reddit who did it for the first time. But you can't exactly call it the Steve69 flash, can you?
Why 69 Moses?
Just a fun number.
Yeah, well. Nice nice triple, I think, that round from Mihu, was it? But still lost a couple of too many players, I think. Like, you know, they did have armor and pistols, but you don't want to give too much away. And look at that. The shotgun is back.
Why is this happening? All right, well, we'll see. I mean, if he puts it towards ladder room, fair play. See what he's got. It's just, especially on this map, it's so situational. Because you can't rotate. You can't do anything. If they don't come directly at you,
Say it.
you have no ability to have impact on the game. But they are coming at him. It's not the auto shotgun, though. Oh, and here it comes. This could be beautiful. If it's ever going to work, it's going to be now. The M4 is obviously the superior weapon. Sick kill from Snacks.
That's 4 rounds they bought it. 4 rounds, it's worked.
Yeah. What, 2 kills total? And I think the first one was like a real struggle bus of a fight.
What kind of mentality is that? You know, the win is what matters. Why are you focusing on the kills?
Well, I mean, it also helps you have 2 M4s at long range.
Look, I'll analyze this round for you, Moses.
All right, yep. I got
They
you.
wanted to get down the ramp, but they couldn't because the shotgun was at the corner. So instead, they stopped, and then Bialy just gets the kills with the M4. So really, it was the shotgun that kept them on the ramp, so that they, you know, just all got funneled
Okay,
up.
so it's a $1,200 shotgun, $900 bonus money, and then he switches to the op. So he loses a net of $300. Either way, he's got an opening kill with the AWP here. Mir's actually already got himself out of position. That is a nice tap away at Neo and actually look towards Ivy. That's where the aggression's coming. Snacks has put himself in a very piss-poor position. Oh, and he somehow almost gets away, but it doesn't happen.
Try and go for the quick bomb plant here. Man advantage and all. Gambit looking to find their first round here on the T side. Would be great if they could. It looks like Bialy and the rest are actually just thinking about walking back. They don't even want to fight it.
Not even a little bit. Why would you want to? I mean, at this point, round's already over. You got the AK-47. That was very cool from Gambit. Very fast take, and obviously some of the openings really do help out. Mo's going to go down. Hobbit's got an op that they can pass over to him. It's going to be 10-9 in the favor of Gambit, and Virtus.pro have kind of been put on, not quite on notice yet. Bialy's got plenty of money built up. He'll be able to drop over to Snacks. There goes Pasha, but they really can't afford to lose some of these guns. That's going to be the only one they end up dropping. But still valuable as the money's not built up on this defense.
10-9. And I don't want to rub it in, Moses. I don't want to...
All right.
I don't want to beat it at horse or anything, but, you know, they threw away
go
a
with
shotgun
the
and
shotgun.
lost the round. I'm trying to, you know, just trying to say that something's up here.
Yeah. Something magical happening with the shotgun. Well, here's Pasha in position, and he likes to make some magic happen. Adren's already out. That kill on a Neo last round from Mira in this position. Nice flashbang over, though, but no one can peek it. Snacks doesn't go clear it out. Molotov in his way, so Adren is allowed to remain. No one in ladder room for Virtus.pro. Snacks getting all the noise that Adren has fallen back. But still a very tense round. Snacks has to be careful. He's really gambling. 50-50 kind of situation on which angle he gets peeked from, and he's going to push forward, at least initially, to clear things out. Virtus.pro has no idea what's coming quite yet.
You're also playing a dangerous game. When you peek into the center of the Ivy corridor there, could end up badly. Plenty of time, and still, what, 3 smokes and a couple of Molotovs there on the Gambit side, so they could do almost whatever they want.
This defense makes me nervous, because Mihu watching from bomb training, really the only time you see this kind of work is when it's an AWP. Now that it's the M4, it's got to be immediate kills. Now that they're out, like, how do you fight? You can't re-peek into this. They have the angle with the AK-47. The third player is going to come out, and yeah, it's just too awkward. There goes Neo, and Virtus.pro gave him everything they needed to get out into the bomb site. Snack's still alive in ladder room, but he's got to get some help from his teammates if they're going to make this retake happen. I think, again, they're just going to choose to save. Bialy and Snacks already bailing out. Pasha not even moving past CT spawn.
You called it. Just unable to fight once he lost the angle. That was pretty much it. That's going to be 11-9, and Gambit just finding a good form here at the beginning of the second half on train, even after losing the pistol. So some encouragement for all the Gambit fans out there who want to see a third map.
Yeah.
What is the third map, Moses?
Cash.
Oh, that'd be very interesting.
That would be good.
I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. Here's an interesting stat for you, Moses.
Oh, good. I think Pasha's shooting beanbags or something. Yeah, what's the interesting stuff? If you bring up a shotgun again, I'm going to freak out.
Never mind.
Oh, you son of a...
It's going to be the 21st round now.
Yeah.
And I guess it's good news for, but I mean, when you do what they've been doing now, which is kind of like you save like 2 or 3 guns, you can kind of keep yourself alive a lot longer than you normally would be able to. I think some of the teams, I mean, a team like Australia is one of the teams that we sometimes talk about doing it, where, you know, even if they lose the rounds, like they still stay competitive for way past their due date.
Yeah, Danish teams are very, very good with that kind of money control, aren't they? The tough part is they've only gotten 1 kill in these previous 2 rounds, so it's, I mean, Gambit continues to build money as well. But you're right, it does give you that opportunity, and Pasha goes for far too much. Mo gets taken down, Pasha stays in for the next fight. Hobbit's able to punish that. And they still haven't really been able to handle this position for Mira. Dren was there earlier. They need to find a way to clear this guy out. Mihu almost gets caught again. The nade is out. That's quite nice, but actually doesn't do a whole lot of damage. But this battle has to be won at some point by the Virtus.pro side. That position is just such a thorn in the defense that it just doesn't let you ever get comfortable.
Look at me, he's reading it. He knows he's coming. That's so good. That fight was happening actually inside the A yard. Then they swapped it back out to Ivy instead. And it just continues there. Oh, almost getting caught. That's a little bit scary. Adren and Neo having a bit of a battle. And Neo now being fought at from 2 different angles. He still comes out with a kill. Pistol in hand. He gets a double. Eventually, he's surely got to go down. That's so close. Adren will finally take him out, but I mean, I don't know. That was close to being some Matrix level stuff, dodging every single bullet. Bialy is going to be going down next, so now Snacks is alone, silently creeping down, but he's been spotted. Great awareness from Mia. That's the kind of style we like to see out of him. We'll get the triple as well and make it another round for Gambit. Can you explain that pop dog fight for me again?
I mean, that's obviously just Gambit wanting. They know they've got him pinned against the wall, so it's one of those weird fights where you seem to have every single advantage and just can't find it. I think the one thing Neo had going for him is there was a smoke at the base of the ladder, so he gets that kill on a Doja. I was really hoping he would be able to convert the op kill as well. These shots, these first 2 kills from Mir in this round are just precision. That one's great, and the follow-up is beautiful as well. And obviously here he's able to get the trade when Snax takes out Adren, but a very good round for the new addition to Gambit. And finally, Virtus.pro is close enough to fight for that round, so they don't get to save any weapons. They don't have a buy. Gambit starting to really run away with Train.
Yeah, they're doing a fine job at the moment. Snax has bought a taser, if anyone is paying attention.
Where's that at?
It's not quite a shotgun, but
It's pretty close.
shotgun would have been better.
Think they would have won if you bought a shotgun? Statistics.
Yeah, mathematically, yes. So in every single round that they've lost has been without a shotgun. You have to save yourself.
You make a compelling argument. Well, looks even the taser's not going to get used as Gambit retreats towards Ivy, and Snax getting caught out in the open by Doja. It's going to be 13-9 for Gambit. Bialy leading the way for VP. He's at 20 and 12. Next closest is Snax with 14 frags. Mir is leading the way for Gambit at 21 and 13. Adren is not too far behind at 16 and 11. Much better performance in this map 2 for Mir.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of level that I actually kind of expect him to play at. I just think he's a really solid player. So I think your point is well taken, though, that fitting into a new team can be really difficult. So it's nice for him to have a map like this, a little bit early on in the tournament.
I mean, it's the thing with a lot of new additions that you see. I mean, if you even think to Electronic on Na'Vi, we're seeing him have some good performances now, but for how good he was on Flipside and then coming over to Na'Vi, his start in that team in this new squad was lackluster. I think everyone was a little bit disappointed at it, and then he kind of found that they needed to shift some of the ways they were utilizing him, and now he's playing very well and he's pretty consistent. It's going to be the same with someone like Mir coming in. There's a lot of excitement for how he played when he was in Vega, and some of the cool things we saw him do there. But here he's going to have to battle some of these more legacy players, some of these guys who have been in the lineup for some time for a little bit more space, and it's going to be a matter of figuring out how you want to carve out enough room for him while also allowing your former players to still be effective. Look at him. He's just gone right through the smoke as well. You want to see someone playing confident. This is Mir walking through, and Snax is about to be a free kill. He turns at the right time, and Mir still wins it. He had the jump on him, and now Neo and Mihu have a decision to make, and it's super awkward. Look at where they have to play.
Yeah, they're playing with almost no cover in the back line there. That's going to be very tricky. Mihu trying to get back into a better position with the AWP. Bialy and Hobbit having a moment. Over on the other side as Mir does go down to Pasha. That's a great kill. Mihu gets dropped in return, so still a 3-on-3. A very scattered fight. Neo covering the bomb, and Hobbit's not even aware of it. Neo just completely walking in behind enemy lines. That's going to take up a lot of time, even finding Neo and getting the bomb.
Yeah, and also avoiding Pasha's AWP. Mo's gotten in towards T-mid, but Neo can be a huge nuisance. So many different angles that Mo is to clear with an op. And you almost feel like he has to wait for Doja, who's just kind of, rock steady in there towards the inner bomb site. Not moving, and Neo gives up far too much. 35 seconds on the clock. You have to say as well, this is a very confusing round. Everything's gone to hell very early on, so neither team really has any kind of concept of where the opposition should have rotated to, where they're likely to be. This is one of those rounds where it comes down to some timing, a little bit of luck goes your way. All that being said, Virtus.pro has always been phenomenal in these scenarios on Train. This has been a go-to map from theirs for years. And Bialy's going to have the information. How does he play this?
He definitely knows. They don't check everything, which might be a big problem here. Doja going to be going down. That was very close. And leg shot mid-air from Mo. Pistols out as well. Bialy's right there. One bullet on either player would be enough. There's one of them. A second one would do it on Pasha. The AWP shot missing from the other side. And Mo just has to play it very cool. He's low on health as well. Flashbang. Not going to touch him. The follow-up. Actually, the smoke, he might be able to use this. Walking around, trying to catch him. Pasha's going to be quick enough. There's the double, and that's a much-needed round for Virtus.pro. Mo just running with his back turned for a minute there.
You can see even Pasha just in the little picture-in-picture. He's just so relieved he got that kill. He has no kit, so if Mo gets around that corner of that wall, the round's over. He has to chase him down. He has to spend far too much time doing it. 10-13. A much-needed win for Virtus.pro, but still backs against the wall. The follow-up buy is going to be so grimy. It's going to be a couple UMPs being picked up by Mihu and Neo. Even Biali's going to have one of those. What is Snax going to get? The M4. Sorry, Anders.
Oh.
But up on Pasha still is a tool they can use. This buy from Gambit is so solid. They've got one more behind this as well. Virtus.pro is really going to have to grind this back.
Still playing fairly heavy early on the A-bomb site, which is fine. Pasha can rotate back in with the orb if needed. I mean, the UMPs is one thing, but the utility is almost all gone, and there's still 1:20 seconds left. Great job, though, for Neo, shutting down a couple of players coming out off Pop Dog. Snatch with the follow-up, taking down his Ren. And just like that, things are looking brilliant here for Virtus.pro. A chance to get back in the game. Maybe have a chance on Train still.
I think this is a misread of the economy for in-game leader Doja on Gambit. I think if he realizes they're going to have UMPs and running out of utility very quickly, they call a very different round there. But the strategy to come out through those smokes when Virtus.pro essentially had no more nades left after that, a little bit heartbreaking for Gambit. A couple easy kills go over towards Neo, and Snax even has an advantage in his fight. So 11-13. And now Virtus.pro feeling much more confident that they can kind of sustain into the late stages of this half. Or this map. Not going to be a buy from Gambit. Actually, excuse me, it is. I was looking at the scoreboard. Whoopsie. AKs are out. 3 of them, the Galil on Mo and the CZ onto Hobbit. Still got some money. No, they don't. They have none left. I'll move along.
Move along. I mean, at this point, if they can't win this round, Gambit, then Virtus.pro might have a legit chance to even out the scoreline, and Gambit are going to start to feel like, you know, maybe it can't quite be done. They're so close to doing it.
Well, I know, and Gambit's got to feel as well like they let, you know, Mirage slip. Even though they had that kind of comeback, they had to make a comeback to force overtime. The fact that they let Virtus.pro win that one has got to be really grinding on their kind of minds right now. And if this happens again, if it starts slipping away here on Train, could witness it all collapse. Gambit being patient. There's Hobbit getting the information that Neo is inside of the ladder room. What do they do with that? I'm not entirely sure. Hobbit's got no utility to really battle for this.
Yeah, Smoke gonna buy even more time. Pasha still has all of his grenades, so if it's a B hit, that's gonna be a little bit tricky. Neo, Snax, and Mihu all combining for a nice early lead in the round, and Adren wants to get the AK some kind of work. Only going to get the 1-in kill, but Hobbit now know what he could do at this point. Just finding more kills would be great, and he's actually going to find a couple. That does make a significant difference. Getting a couple more in there.
I don't think he can win, though. Got
No.
a long way to go. Mihu's got an angle on him. Oh, actually, they have no idea he's this close. Mihu's going to get taken down. All of a sudden, he can do this. 10 seconds left on the clock, going to start planting the bomb. Pasha's coming outside. He's got plenty of utility. He's got the CZ out as well, going to work his way around the bomb train. He might have found the timing to fool Hobbit, although this rotation, this is really awkward for both players, but Pasha spots the leg, and that was much needed intel.
I said he couldn't win it, but I mean, he obviously very much could, in that if he doesn't get spotted going up the ladder, then
There's a real chance, right?
absolutely. This is... I don't even know what to say, because I want to say that the first 2 Virtus.pro players to go down shouldn't have been fighting, but they really weren't. Like, I mean, once the first guy gets caught Bialy, I think then the next people can't even get out of range of him.
I think it's more than anything. I think it's a loss of track of the time left in the round for the last 2 players, for Mihu and Pasha, because at that point you have to know he's going to be attacking the bomb site, right? But Pasha's going towards the other site, and Mihu's looking down the lane along the wall. So, I mean, Hobbit was just much more aggressive than they expected, simply because he had to be. Almost able to pull out the miracle, and that's going to make Gambit happy, because that keeps the money very limited for VP. They haven't been able to build up anything in this 3-round streak. So there is an investment. There are CZs and pistols and armor and utility purchased up for this offense. They can do some more damage here.
If they win the fight against Neo, then good chance for a bomb plant here. He's got the UMP though, and he's proven to be pretty good with it so far. That's a flashbang right in his eye though. No chance at all. He's going to be going down. Good counter grenade coming out, almost dropping Hobbit. See if they can get that bomb plant down. They are right on it. Mihu's got to stay alive out here and getting a kill, but turning around and still getting the 180 to take down Hobbit. That's pretty important. 3-on-3, but the health heavily in favor of Virtus.pro, and they are picking up a couple of kills, leaving Doja now all alone. Just trying for one more. It's going to be a headshot on Bialy. That's right at the edge. Not defusing the bomb just yet. Finally going to try and get on it. Snacks will save the day on just 6 health. That was getting much too close.
Oh, Snacks even taking the defuse without a kit. He's going to have it. I think Pasha was a little bit worried there for a moment. But yeah, 13-13 all tied up. Still not a clean round for Virtus.pro. And towards the end of that, you can feel uncomfortable. 2 ops against Doja. You almost feel a world where all of a sudden his HP doesn't matter, and he's able to pull that one off as well. Not looking the best out of VP, but good start for Gambit. Or now they're back into the buys at the very least. AWP in the hands of Mo, 4 AK-47s as well. And, I mean, the tough part is just, I mean, this money situation for VP, because they haven't had a clean win. This has been 3 plants in these rounds for Gambit. The fact that in the past 4 rounds, Gambit's had 3 plants while they're losing, and also while they just have pistols, has just been able to allow them to invest just that little bit more to do that extra damage to keep Virtus.pro on the ropes in this fashion. This is a very scary round for this VP defense, because despite the success, despite the streak of 4 in a row, losing this one, and you could be looking at a lost map.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. A little bit of fire damage taken. Snacks with the AWP holding that angle that you were talking about earlier, and the reload right in front of Mihu.
That was so close for Doja to get that kill. And then obviously turns around Snacks, and he's able to grab Mir, who's got to be a little bit frustrated with that. Doja takes a little bit more patience. It's kind of hard to criticize him. He's standing in fire, so feeling mighty uncomfortable, but good frag from Adren to get them back into this. It's a 3-on-4. Still, you can recover if you're Gambit. But now you're starting to run out of flashbangs to force oppers off angles. You have to find out where they are without losing someone and use the smokes to block them off.
And they do have a couple of them. 45 seconds. Mihu, making a bit of noise. Wanted to be silent there, but messed it up, and most certainly going to be aware. I feel like even if he did that, I almost feel like he sort of tripped himself into being more aggressive than he needed to be. Snacks getting that kill on Dren. Not much showing, but apparently enough. And now it's not looking good for Gambit. They may be to be behind. Pasha going to be taking down Hobbit, and now Mo. Not really sure how he could possibly put the bomb down in this 1 versus 3. Can't get to B, can't really get on to A, and Bialy will take him down. That's 14-13. Virtus.pro 2 rounds away. That's
the problem in that kind of a scenario. You could see the ops just kind of destroying everyone for VP once they're out into the open, and it's kind of slowed things down, and you don't know where anyone is. Pasha and Snacks can just kind of peek with impunity. Able to find some kills down the stretch. I did get very stressed out when I saw Mihu make that play, because it's like, fair play. That's a fine play to make in that scenario. Yeah. I don't have an issue with it until you make the noise, and then you continue forward.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's 30 seconds left. If you make the noise and you kind of give your hand up, just play it safe.
Yeah, like you have to pretend like someone definitely heard it, because otherwise I don't know what you're doing. But I think he almost like stressed himself into, oh man, yeah. I wasn't supposed to make a noise. Now I have to go a little bit quicker, and Mo was just, yeah, great.
Yeah, he's loving all that. Footsteps abound. 14-13. Finally, that's a pretty solid win for VP. That's finally one that you know, that makes him a little bit comfortable in a 3-on-2, a 3-on-1 down the stretch as well. Some money built up on guys like Bialy. He's got 4,700 Snacks, and Mihu right around 2,000. Fast play from Mir, but that flashbang delays things. They do have the rifles, but again, going to be quick to deplete a lot of this utility. He's going to hide in the smoke. They want to come towards the inner bomb site. There's a nice shot from Pasha. They know exactly where he is. Molotov, and he's got the follow-up as they jump right into it, and that's the bomb. That's a disaster for Gambit.
Yeah, leading with the bomb like that, I mean, they obviously wanted to commit to it, but that is very tricky. 3 versus 4 now.
Hobbit's found it.
Yeah, he actually has, and Mir's kind of far out in the A yard. I was wondering if he could maybe use the distraction, use the chaos over at B to get something working.
Well, Bialy's going to clear out inner bomb site. Snacks just has to stay towards Ivy and just kind of risk his flank and watch towards ladder room, make sure they can't get to that bomb train. Neo's outside now as well. Pasha will be the quick rotator, and Bialy, I think, is going to start getting aggressive for a flank.
Did he spot that? I think he saw the feet, Neo, and that's such a great kill. Surgical strike right onto Mir, and Hobbit is now alone. 38 seconds to try and see if he can get anything done, but Pasha will shut it down. Great triple. Those two first kills, I mean, once you get those, you're well on your way.
Virtus.pro has come alive here. Now we're starting to see them build into it. 6 in a row, 15-13. They could end this on a 7-round streak, which would just be gutting for Gambit. An otherwise solid T-side to start things out, but yeah, behind these ops, behind Pasha, he's had a great increase in the level of his plays at 15 and 16. Not the greatest games, but you can see this op is now starting to click. It's Bialy and Snacks, the very dynamic duo for Virtus.pro over the years that has come alive to really help them win this, and they have the knowledge now that Mo has gotten out towards this first train. This position, Olaf's spot has really punished them, but Ivy's been taken care of. 2 players down, 3 on 5 for Gambit, and the round might just be over that quick, although Bialy does give one back.
Yeah, but it feels like they've been in a lot of those 3 versus 4s, and they haven't been able to convert them. Mihu going to be picking up the kill on Mo. And just like that, Virtus.pro 2 kills away from making it on and winning their first series here. Definitely been a different version of Virtus.pro. I wouldn't say it's like all-out confidence. You still see them like a little bit frustrated when things aren't going their way, but definite improvement, which is nice to be able to see. Mihu, very aggressive, this time making no noise at all, and he can hear the walking that's going on above him. Gonna move forward. He heard a Dren walking up the stairs, so it's good on him. Hobbit, though, will be taking down Pasha. That's a very important kill.
It is, but I think no matter what happens, it's this flank from Mihu that's going to end up saving this. Yeah, there it is. There's a Dren. There's the bomb down as well. And Neo's going to get the final kill. There goes Hobbit. Even if they'd gotten into the site, the flank was just too powerful. A Dren would have never expected it. And Virtus.pro wins a grind of a series. Both maps. I mean, the first one overtime. This one 29 rounds. That's not bad. Good fight out of both squads. Still not looking at full strength, but I think you could say both teams had some positives that they can look forward to. Fortunately for Gambit, they're going to have to run the gauntlet now, aren't they? 0-2 at this point.
Yeah.
They have to win 3 series in a row just to make it to the playoffs.
That's exactly right. So really big ask, obviously, and you can tell that they're not exactly looking excited. Can't really blame them. I mean, they had a chance to have more of an impact. They had all those rounds that we talked about. There were bomb plants. Like, they had a lot of money to work with at the end of the game. They still couldn't really do it. So that's unfortunate. North ended up beating NRG, I see.
Yes, they did. Pretty convincingly on that third map as well, 16-8. So, yeah, congratulations to North and Virtus.pro for getting their wins in the first round of series for the day here.
Yeah, much more to come. Still, obviously, 3 best-of-3s left in the day, so it's going to be good.
3 best-of-3s on both streams. So there's actually 6.
You're right. That's just a lot of Counter-Strike.
That's kind of mental, isn't it?
You're not going to be bored at all.
No. Not in any sense. Yeah, that was, I liked that out of Virtus.pro. They showed some resiliency to be able to bounce back first from, like, what, it was 7-1 for Gambit going into the second half of overtime on map 1, and then it was, I mean, Virtus.pro had to win 7 in a row just to win that map. It was pretty busted there for a little bit. It was 13-8.
Yeah, so why are they looking so frustrated all the time? Do you think they're looking good? They're playing well? Just maybe try and get rid of that aspect of it, you know?
I think they just have really high expectations, and I think at this point, with losing for this long, you put a lot of pressure on yourself, Anders.
Yeah,
you know? It's like you after missing 3 days of the gym.
Yeah, well, I think probably is I'm not putting enough pressure on. I'm not going to lie, Moses. I think that's
it's the other way.
Case of the opposite, I think.
Yeah.
We do have, I think, Parla ready with an interview, so take it away on the stage.
Naughty, naughty Anders, you can't be missing 3 days at the gym. One guy that never misses a gym session is Neo Philip from Virtus.pro. Congratulations on that victory over Gambit.
Thanks.
So, run us through it. It was Mirage and Train, and you did it in 2. Are you happy with how you guys performed, or are there things you could have done better?
Of course, there are always things you can do better. Right now, I think we struggle with closing the games. We usually start with a good score, but then we cannot end up close the game, like I said. So yeah, there is still tons of stuff we have to work on.
And going back to yesterday, how did you recover from your loss? What were you doing between then and now?
As always, we've just watched our game, go through what went wrong, what we did wrong. Like I said, yesterday we had the same situation. Train probably should have been ours, so yeah.
And as such a veteran, excuse me, as such a veteran of the game, who's been playing for so long, what's it like to be at a tournament like this in Kiev and competing? Is it, you know, feeling at this point like something you're so used to, or do you still have that same fire every time?
It's a really difficult thing to. It's been so many years. Right now, I've just been struggling with my personal game, so I'm just very unsatisfied with what's going on. Just trying to work on that a lot, and yeah, working a lot with the team. So it's just as usual, lots of work and preparation, and just fight.
Yeah, and expanding upon that point, when you have played the game for so long, how do you continue to try and improve?
Well, I mean, the competition is so strong right now. There's so many great players, great teams. You can see everyone improving. In CS, there's always something new you can learn. So just, trying our best.
All right, then, final thoughts with regards to playing against Gambit. Were you happy when the draw happened and you found out you'd be playing against them?
Yeah, well, they are a new team. They got new fifth player, so it must be difficult for them. They're great guys, a great team. So I think we're kind of happy that we were going to play them.
All right, and of course, how important is it for you to have a strong placement here in Kiev?
Man, we've been struggling so much. It's very important, as always.
Fantastic. If you'd like to say anything to everybody watching, please do go ahead, Philip.
Not really. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Best of luck in the rest of the tournament. Virtus.pro now join North as a 1-for-1 team. Let's head back to the desk.